the Lunaset, and it can propel a swimmer as fast as 8 miles per hour, twice the speed of Michael Phelps. The Lunaset produces 140 pounds of thrust, the equivalent of a 12-horsepower motor. A conventional swim fin produces only about 40 pounds of thrust.
When you're swimming with a conventional swim fin and you're in the power stroke, which is the downstroke, what you're doing is you're using the water pressure to flex the blade to the proper angle of attack. And what you end up with is a very small portion of the fin that's actually contributing to thrust, and a large portion of the fin is waste.
Seeking a solution, Ted and his colleagues studied dolphins and whales, much like the Wright brothers studied birds.
We were learning from nature's wisdom and trying to replicate what nature was doing with flight. And here I am, a little over 100 years later, and I'm studying whales and dolphins, trying to figure out how to make a man swim faster. We're taking the geometry and nature's solutions, the whale swimming morphology, we're replicating that in the Lunaset, and we're creating a bolter swimming device that allows you to swim more efficiently.
That efficiency hinges on the Lunaset's ability to pivot instead of merely flexing, thereby better mimicking the fins of whales and dolphins.
The Lunaset is a very rigid piece of equipment compared to a traditional fin. It doesn't flex per se. It pivots onto a pitch axle, and by doing that, it makes it that much more efficient.
But even more crucial to the Lunaset's design is its contoured wing-like shape.
The Lunaset has a foil that pitches about a pitch axle, and what you have, unlike the conventional swim fins, is an ideal angle of attack over the entire floor surface.
The Lunaset generates thrust through the water, much like an aircraft propeller generates it in the air. The propeller blade's wing-shaped design creates low air pressure on one side of the blade and high pressure on the other to drive the plane forward. The Lunaset acts the same way underwater, but instead of spinning like a propeller, it pivots up and down in a flapping motion to push the swimmer forward. As efficient as the Lunaset is, the swimmer using it has to adopt an unusual motion to take full advantage of its design. To achieve the proper angle of attack and your super speed, you have to roll in a series of wave-like bends.
Your core muscles trigger movement, and then the rest of your body follows in an undulation. At first, it seems awkward, and then it becomes really quickly a natural movement, because that's what your body wants to do. The automatic response is trying to reproduce a marine mammal movement, which is a dolphin case.
And once we start swimming as fast as the dolphins, we just might be able to pull off one of their signature tricks.
I think at the end of the day, we're going to have humans jumping out of the water, getting complete air.
I think the vast majority of the people that are going to be lucky enough to get a Lunaset on their feet are going to experience something very different. This is as good as going to space. We have an environment here on Earth that is exactly like the outer space. And the beauty of it is that any of us can access it the way marine mammals access it.
While some are mimicking nature to become super swimmers, others are using technology to take a giant leap from it in kind. In 2008, stunt artist David Blaine set a superhuman world record for holding one's breath underwater. 17 minutes, 4 seconds. Superhuman will return on Modern Marvels.
I've been tracking the Ark of the Covenant for a while now. I think the trail comes here to Arizona on the season premiere of America on Earth. This is nothing like I've ever seen before. You're the only one that can help me get to the truth. Would you reconsider sharing your secret? America on Earth. Season premiere Saturday, November 30th at 9 on H2. Across America, people are taking charge of their type 2 diabetes with non-insulin Victoza. For
I took a pill to lower my blood sugar, but it didn't get me to my goal. So I asked my doctor about Victoza. He said Victoza is different than pills. Victoza is proven to lower blood sugar and A1C. It's taken once a day, anytime, and comes in a pen. And the needle's thin. Victoza is not for weight loss, but it may help you lose some weight.
Victoza is an injectable prescription medicine that may improve blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes when used with diet and exercise. It is not recommended as the first medication to treat diabetes and should not be used in people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Victoza has not been studied with mealtime insulin. Victoza is not insulin. Do not take Victoza if you have a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you are allergic to Victoza or any of its ingredients. Symptoms of a serious allergic reaction may include swelling of face, lips, tongue, or throat, fainting or dizziness, very rapid heartbeat, problems breathing or swallowing, severe rash or itching. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Serious side effects may happen in people who take Victoza, including inflammation of the pancreas, pancreatitis, which may be fatal. Stop taking Victoza and call your doctor right away if you have signs of pancreatitis, such as severe pain that will not go away in your abdomen or from your abdomen to your back, with or without vomiting. Tell your doctor about all the medicines you take and if you have any medical conditions. Taking Victoza with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. The most common side effects are nausea, diarrhea, and headache. Some side effects can lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
If your pill isn't giving you the control you need, ask your doctor about non-insulin Victoza. It's covered by most health plans.
If you've tried energy shots or tried them and didn't like them, here are 4 reasons to switch to Energize. Energize releases energy slowly over time, so no jitters and no crash. Because they're tablets, Energize has no bitter taste. Energize gives you energy all day, not just a few hours. And Energize is half the cost of the leading energy shot. Every Energize box gives you 2 weeks of all-day energy. No jitters, no crash, no bitter taste. All-day energy, half the cost. Find retailers and coupons at tryenergize.com. Are you being audited and do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Is the IRS threatening to take more of your money? Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate your tax bill and reduce your stress. The IRS can freeze your assets and freeze your bank accounts, but you can stop these IRS actions. The Tax Doctor will work with you using our years of experience to represent your case to help you get the best resolution under the IRS guidelines. Help is here to deal with the IRS to reduce your stress. We've handled thousands of cases, so we know what we're doing. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a Tax Doctor now for a tax emergency analysis. We now return to Superhuman on Modern Marvels. Inventor Jeff J. is advancing our quest for superpowers by putting a new spring in our steps. His brainchild, Velocity Motion Stilts, is the next best thing to Steve Austin's bionic legs.
A velocity motion stilt is basically built for momentum. It accentuates what the human body already does in a direction. The velocity motion stilt basically is designed so that you can perform in it. Just start by, just put all your weight on the one spring, just keep it centered over top of this one spring.
Jeff's clientele consists mainly of acrobats and still performers, like Lucas Mendoza, who jump at the chance to pay the $2,000 price for one pair.
It is really, really fun to jump on because looks like it's on the moon, that feeling like it's really good.
Using the stilts, Jay has been able to sustain a speed of 23 miles an hour, the same pace as Olympic-class sprinters covering the same distance. And he's leaped as high as 16 feet.
This is definitely the Lamborghini of stilts right here.
These high-flying stilts have only two moving parts, but they masterfully harness the user's weight to generate the stilt's power.
The real energy comes from these springs that are located in the back. So if he bounces on 2 feet, you can see the flexion in the spring right in here. Okay, if he bounces on 1 foot, you can see how the spring loads a lot more. And the difference being is that all of his body weight now is on 1 spring, so it's easier to blow through the preload and get to the actual load. So if he goes back to 2 feet, now he has to bounce twice as hard to get the same spring.
Much like a pogo stick, each stilt channels the weight of the user, pushing down the spring and loading it with potential energy. As the spring recoils, it releases that energy and pushes the user up.
The more pressure that you put into the springs, the more return you're going to get out of the springs.
And that return